As more details are revealed about Borderlands 3, it's hard to believe that we're only a few weeks away from release. Before you pick up the game though, here are 15 things you need to know about it. New Vault Hunters. A new Borderlands means new Vault Hunters. There's Moze the Gunner, Flack the Beastmaster, Zane the Operative, and Amara the Siren. Moze has the Iron Bear mech, which she can pilot and modify with different weapons like a railgun, flamethrower, Gatling gun, grenade launcher, and so on. Flack can control 3 different beasts, a Spider Ant, Jabber, and Skag, each with their own abilities and buffs. Flack can also turn invisible, teleport his pets through rifts, and send dive-bombing racks to attack enemies. Amara can equip one of 3 different action skills like Phase Slam to smash the ground and knock enemies up, Phase Grasp to lock foes in place, and Phase Cast to send a projection that deals damage to enemies before her. Each action skill has its own associated element and can be modded for different effects, like dealing increased damage for each enemy that Phase Cast hits and phase locking them in place. Finally, Zane can use 2 action skills at a time, sending out a Digiclone that he can swap places with, the Sentinel drone that can be commanded to attack enemies, and a barrier for protecting allies and boosting gun damage when shot through. New gameplay mechanics. As revealed in numerous gameplay videos and impressions, movement has been severely expanded upon in Borderlands 3. Players can now mantle, climbing up different walls or over obstacles. Sliding is now a thing, performed by crouching after sprinting. Slide down an inclined surface and you'll move faster. There's also a lot more spontaneity in environmental kills. You can hit explosive objects into foes and shoot them, ignite any oil puddles, and other things in the pursuit of mass murder. Vehicle customization and capturing. Vehicles will be customizable this time around, with Gearbox noting this aspect to be extensive. Players can hijack vehicles from enemies and take them to a catch-a-ride station to scavenge their parts. From there, you can customize your own vehicle's chassis, wheels, armor, weapons, and color. You can even decide how many players the vehicle will seat. Loot rarities. Loot has always been the key appeal of the series, and Borderlands 3 takes it much further, boasting over 1 billion guns, some with multiple elements to switch and alt-fire modes. Manufacturers like Hyperion, Vladiv, Torg make a return along with Atlas from Borderlands 1. COV, aka Children of the Vault, is a new manufacturer, offering weapons with infinite ammo at the cost of overheating. There are also weapons that fire saw blades, 1-2 punch shotguns, guns that bounce around after reloading and explode, and much more. The rarities follow the usual common, uncommon, rare, very rare, and legendary tier system, though data mining has suggested a new rainbow tier could be added later. Item scores have also been implemented to offer a quick indication of a weapon's power. Tons of bosses. Of course, there will be boss weapons as well, each unique in their own way. For example, Mouthpiece, who fights for the Children of the Vault, will drop the rare handgun The Killing Word. The weapon revs up, firing tiny bullets with muzzle flashes akin to visualized audio levels. Bosses can be farmed for their unique items, and Gearbox promises an absurd number of bosses, much more than any previous game in the series. New planets. Along with Pandora, there are 3 new planets to explore: Promethea, a futuristic city that's home to the Atlas Corporation; Athenis, a tranquil location inhabited by the Order of the Impending Storm monks. As for Pandora, it's the usual Badlands, with skags, racks, spider ants, and whatnot, as various manufacture facilities lay in ruin. Main story length. Even if you're interested in sweeping through each and every side quest that Borderlands 3 has to offer, there's still a meaty story to be had. According to creative director Paul Sage, the game's length is 35 hours just for the main story and a bit of side content. Of course, given that loot hunting, exploration, experimentation, and so on are part of the fun, it's a given that Borderlands 3 will take up more time than that. Level cap. The level cap at launch will be 50, which, if you check out the current interactive skill trees, is enough to pull some very good skills from at least 2 trees. It'll likely be raised later though, just like Gearbox did after all patches and DLC for Borderlands, with a max level of 69, and Borderlands 2 with its max level at 80, not counting OP levels. Expect true Vault Hunter and Ultimate Vault Hunter modes to accompany level cap increases down the line. Duels return. Many looter shooters seem to have some kind of PvP component these days, but Borderlands has traditionally neglected that. You could challenge and duel other players, but there was no extensive PvP balancing, maps, modes, or anything else in place. While duels will be returning in Borderlands 3, are there other forms of PvP? As per Paul Sage, yes and no, so take that how you will. Expansions and raids. Like its predecessors, Borderlands 3 will have expansion packs that add new locations, missions, and stories on top of the base game. Lead writers Danny Hamann and Sam Winkler recently told DualShockers that each DLC campaign is big and a lot of fun, yet differ from each other. They'll also get a little more weird and a little more focused, with the objective being to go with a different aesthetic, go with a different vibe, and play with how you do storytelling. Raids are also making a comeback for endgame players, but their number, how they'll be distributed, and so on remains to be seen. Skin packs. Debates over whether these are microtransactions or not aside, skin packs are coming back to Borderlands 3. That means outfits, colors, and heads and hairstyles that can be switched out for each Vault Hunter, altering their looks in the process. Weapon skins are also a thing, with the Gold Weapon Skins pack available as a pre-order bonus. Outfits, heads, and weapon skins can be earned in-game as well for those who don't want to pay. Co-op and social elements. Along with sending loot through the mail, asynchronous multiplayer that lets you continue playing while searching for a team, and so on, Borderlands 3 also introduces dynamic missions. If one player picks up a dynamic mission at the bounty board and subsequently joins your game, then you can play that mission as well. Another nice touch is that an item sold by a friend to a vending machine may pop up in your playthrough to purchase. Xbox One X and PS4 Pro graphics options. Gearbox recently clarified the game's performance for Xbox One X and PS4 Pro. While the base consoles will run at 30 frames per second, their upgraded counterparts will have 2 options: favor resolution and favor performance. The former emphasizes 4K resolution at 30 frames per second, while the latter provides 1080p resolution at 60 frames per second. Interestingly, as per Windows Central, the Xbox One X version features an FOV slider, which hasn't been outright confirmed for the PS4 Pro. PC timed exclusivity. It's been harped on constantly, but still worth pointing out, the PC version is a timed exclusive for the Epic Games Store. There's no preload option for PC either, so you might want to set aside launch day for downloading if your bandwidth is iffy. Borderlands 3 will be exclusive till April 2020, after which it will presumably come to Steam. De Nouveau. For better or worse, the PC version will also include De Nouveau DRM. While the anti-tamper software has faced criticism for allegedly hogging resources, it's also become a major staple with a lot of PC releases over the years. Regardless, if De Nouveau is a deal breaker, know that Borderlands 3 will have it at launch for PC. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from Gaming Bolt, please hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to switch on the notifications bell icon next to it. That way you'll never miss any of our videos. Thanks for watching.